Welcome to another episode of Leading Las Vegas. I'm Danielle Ford of danielleford.com, where visibility makes a difference. And this is Jeff Horn. He's actually my uncle, step-uncle, family, longtime family.
It's complicated.
It's complicated. The family tree has some branches going that way. But he is so awesome. I have grown up my whole life in NA meetings with my father. That's a whole other story. But my dad, you actually knew my dad before my dad knew your sister, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so they go way back, a long time ago in the NA world, and I have a lot of respect for Jeff, as well as a lot of people in the NA local community. I've watched him just lead tons of meetings and change lives and sponsor numerous men along the years. And I think the most awesome thing that has happened recently is the first high school, how do you say it? The first drug rehab high school?
Public high school for students in recovery.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's so amazing. And so this is the first time that we've had this kind of public high school in Las Vegas, correct?
It is, yeah. There's 37 high schools around the country, but all of those schools are either charter or private or a combination of charter and private. So this is the first all public.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So this is the first public in the entire country.
As far as I know.
Wow. And so are you guys obviously probably trying to track it and get stats and to be able to duplicate the model and expand?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind. We just opened up 2 weeks ago, so we're not in a zone. We don't have kids that are zoned for us, obviously,
right.
So they have to come to us. So we have about 16 students currently right now enrolled,
okay.
And we're enrolling kids daily.
That's awesome. What is the max that it can hold?
Building constraints will keep us at about 100 kids.
So, wow, okay, so you have a lot of space. It seems like there's probably a lot more kids than 16 kids in the Valley that need this kind of help.
Right. Well, that's what. Yeah. So getting started, the word needs to get out that we're here. We've done that. I think a pretty good job, and we get phone calls and parents contacting us every day.
What does it take? What does it require for a student to qualify or get selected to attend?
So they have to have a willingness to want to be in a program of recovery, and so how they come about that is, can be many different ways. But they can come from treatment centers. They can come from a parent calling and asking about the information about the school, or they can come from a school. Counselor might recommend them. But our goal is to have these. As a former principal at Green Valley High School, I'd see kids like this all the time that would be involved in some sort of substance abuse, possibly go to treatment, and then have to make a decision, do they want to come back into the same situation they're in? So now for the first time, we have another option for students and families. They can go to a school where they get the supports that they need for counseling and supports in their program recovery, plus they can stay there for 4 years and get their high school diploma.
So is this something that you kind of target to kids who already went through treatment?
They don't have to be. I mean,
okay.
it could be a decision that they make and say, I'm done using, and they have to be in some sort of program of recovery, whether that's 12-step, whether that's intensive outpatient counseling, whether that's family counseling, whatever that might be, they have to be committed to that.
Wow. So I know that this took a lot of work that you put in, as well as a lot of supporters to even get the okay to go forward with this. Can you talk a little bit about what that took?
Yeah. There's some major input from two gentlemen in particular. One's Joe Engel, who is the executive director of No Hero and Heroin, who himself has a tremendous story about losing his son to overdose into addiction. And then along with him, Don Jersey, who is a former publisher of Las Vegas Sun Online. The three of us came together about 1.5 years ago, and since that time has been working towards this effort to open the school. I've worked with the educational side of that with my boss, Dr. Mike Barton, our school superintendent, Pat Skorkowski, and our school board to ultimately vote this in at the district level. But along the way, the recovery community that Joe Engel is committed to, and myself as well, and Don Jersey, brought an army of volunteers along the way as well, and have created this movement here in the Valley to make this happen. I have to tell you that our school board has been tremendously courageous in voting this in times of cuts that we're seeing with the district, and as well as being able to say yes to something that has that stigma attached to it still in society.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about that. Do you think that that's kind of like maybe something that's keeping parents away from enrolling their kids? Like maybe they don't want everyone to know about it, or can you talk more about that stigma around drug addiction?
Sure. Well, like you mentioned, I'm a person in long-term recovery since 1988, and so I think part of breaking that stigma is individuals like myself and others that are in recovery just finally say, "Hey, look, we're in recovery. It's okay. It's a good thing to be in that, and to start breaking that stigma attached to addiction." I think families go through a tremendous amount of pain and agony dealing with their child in substance abuse, and they get to the point where they're looking finally for something that's going to help them, and this is something that's going to help them. So the more individuals that come out and say, "Hey, I'm a school associate superintendent, I'm in recovery," the thousands of hundreds of or even possibly thousands of employees in our own school district that are either in substance abuse or in recovery from substance abuse to say, "Hey, I need to put this out there and be okay with it." Hopefully that gives them the courage to do the same thing. Our doctors, our lawyers, our service workers, our plumbers, our electricians, everybody, to finally say, "Hey, this is an okay thing to say, and I'm in recovery," to help remove that stigma.
I think that's so smart, especially I feel like parents who aren't addicts themselves don't understand it, and they will get the child treatment and then expect it to just be done, be over with.
Right.
And you're a clear example. My dad is a clear example of someone who's still actively participating in their recovery, and it's been like 30 years.
Sure.
Like, you know, like it never ends. And a lot of people feel like, okay, you battled it, you won, now like can move on, but you can get triggered really easily. So I love that. What kind of specialized programs does the high school do that's different than regular public schools?
Well, I have to tell you, we came together. We were talking about the volunteers and the support that we got from the community. The city of Las Vegas has donated $100,000 to beautify the campus. So they came on board with that. The State Department of Health and Human Services is providing 3 licensed drug and alcohol counselors to work with our school. Plus the district has drug and alcohol counselor and also a regular counselor. So with all these, plus the teaching staff and any other support staff that are there too, are coming together to help these kids every single day. So they'll get specialized counseling there along with their educational needs to put a diploma in their hands and let these kids know that they're not broken, that they're not throwaway, that they're valued, and we're going to help them reach their goals.
I love that. Do you guys have any other programs? Like, do you have the all of the special electives and things, and art and drama and that kind of stuff?
Well, we're really small, so we're going to grow with that. But one of the cool things that we have is alternative peer groups, which Joe Engel, who I mentioned before with There Is No Hero in Heroin, has spearheaded this group that's on our campus, a nonprofit that is there after school to connect kids with these activities, whether it's art, music, drawing, tutoring. They need volunteers, so if you want to volunteer, reach out to Joe Engel at There Is No Hero in Heroin and alternative peer groups, and let them know you want to volunteer, be a part of this. But that provides students with these extra healthy activities beyond the school day and also into the summer months.
I love that. So if people want to help, maybe they don't have a specific child that needs it right now, but they want to spread the word, or they want to, besides volunteering, is there anything they can do to get involved?
Sure, they can go to our website, missionhighschool.ccsd.net, or they can call the school at 702-799-088. I don't know. I'll have to cut that one. We'll have to audit that one. I don't have it memorized yet. But the website will direct you to the phone number that's on there. Call the school principal, Barbara Collins, who's there. She's amazing, and she'll be able to answer all your questions for you.
Where is it located at?
It's off of Veterans Memorial Drive, which is right across the street from Cashman Center. Okay. Right in the middle of the city.
No excuses. It can't be too far for anybody. That's awesome.
And if somebody's worried too, I'd like to say about transportation. Transportation is provided through the magnet hubs. Many parents have students go to magnet schools. They just hop on a magnet hub. It'll take them to a school nearby the school, and then a shuttle will take them to the school if they're worried about transportation.
That's awesome. What is the age range? I know it's high school.
High school. So if you're a high school age student, grade 9 through 12, you're in. You're in.
You're good to go. I love it. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out that website, even if you don't know somebody who needs this right now. Just sharing it. You don't know which one of your friends might be struggling with a niece or a nephew or their own child and be looking for some sort of recovery like this, right? So please just share it out and spread the word. Thank you so much for being on here, and thank you for spearheading and like putting yourself out there and sharing your story and just getting shit done, because that's just what you have to do, and it's just really inspiring, and I hope to see this really grow into something really successful.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
If you loved this episode of Leading Las Vegas, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. You can also watch more episodes like this here or on leadinglasvegas.com.